How about those Chiefs? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're taking things to Kansas City in the AFC West. The three-time reigning and defending AFC champions and had their bid at a three-peat of three straight Super Bowls thwarted by the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl. But the Kansas City Chiefs are the class of the AFC, and if you want to get to the Super Bowl in the AFC, you got to go through the Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs Invitational at Arrowhead is the flex zone. We're doing another schedule breakdown, win-loss prediction. Make sure you sack that subscribe button, tackle that thumbs up, blitz that bell. Comment down below. Let me know if you think the Chiefs will make it back to their fourth straight Super Bowl and will Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid be able to be stopped from even reaching the Super Bowl in the AFC? Let me know what games you're looking forward to because they have the most primetime games. What do you think about this offense potentially? Travis Kelce potentially in his last year. What do you think about the Kansas City Chiefs? I'm not going to waste any time, guys. You guys know the drill by now. We're going to get into this schedule and we're going to break it down like we do better than anybody. Obviously, with the Chiefs, Mahomes, Pacheco, Rasheed Rice will be healthy. Xavier Worthy here too. Hollywood Brown is back. Juju Smith-Schuster is back. Travis Kelce and what could potentially be his last ride. Getting Jalen Royals out of Utah State, a typical Chiefs steal. He fell in the draft due to injury concern, averaged over 15 yards per catch, a 1.89 10-yard split. So he's a guy you can get the ball to quickly. He can make plays, get yak after the catch, yards after the catch, and he is an explosive vertical threat that this offense hasn't had since Tyreek Hill. So I think that could be one of the steals of the draft. Still got Scott Moore. They got Jalen Moore. You draft Josh Simmons. Can't forget about how good of a steal that is going to be, especially in the second half of the season, as he probably comes in and plays tackle, can play guard, has versatility as well. Like I said, you could probably put him at tackle. Eventually, you got Jawan Taylor, Trey Smith, Creed Humphrey is still there. You know, you traded Joe Thuney, but that's going to be a big get, especially if he's ready for the opening of the season. But I say by the second half of the season before, we know Carl Lostis, Charles Amini, who's going to be healthy finally. Chris Jones is still getting it done. You got Jerry Tillery, Mike Dana, Drake Tranquil, Nick Bolton, Trent McDuffie. Now, outside of Trent McDuffie, Brian Cook, Jaden Hicks, and Christian Fulton and Chamari Connor, the nickelback. I'm not in love with any of those individuals. Honestly, if you can get time against this Kansas City pass rush, because I think they're really, really good in what my opinion is the greatest defensive coordinator of all time, Steve Spagnuolo, beat Brady multiple times. He has won Super Bowls and has been a part of those great defenses that have done it. Look at what the Chiefs have done, the defense that they portrayed in their playoff runs. They get pressure on the quarterback, blitz as well, and they're really, really good against the run. Now, my problem is if you can get time, they blitz a lot. Can these corners outside of McDuffie hold up? But you know they got the most primetime games. They actually start on Friday, on September 5th. Remember, we now have a Friday traditional game in Brazil that is going to be on YouTube for free. So you don't even have to pay for it. You can stream it on YouTube. So that is going to be the Chargers, a divisional rivalry renewed. Chargers played them tough, but the Chiefs own the Chargers. I think they go 1-0. Then they get the Philadelphia Eagles on Fox. Super Bowl rematch in week 2. I think the Chiefs get that look back. I think they show up and they win this game. I think because the Eagles have beaten them last 2 times in the Super Bowl and in the regular season. So I think the Chiefs win to get to 2-0. Then they go to New York. That's going to be a fun Sunday night football game. They go to 3-0. They host the Ravens. I want the Ravens to win, not gonna lie, but I think the Chiefs win again until proven otherwise. That's a CBS game on the 28th. Then they go to Jacksonville on Monday night. So if you're tired of seeing the Chiefs on primetime, get used to it because there are gonna be a lot of primetime games this year. They go to Jacksonville. I think they start 5-0 Monday night football. Then versus Detroit, 6-0 Sunday night football. The week after, I say 6-0 because remember Detroit beat them a few years back to open the season after they won the Super Bowl. So then they go to they host Las Vegas at 1 p.m. I think they win that. I got 7-0 to start the season for the Chiefs. They do this every year. They start with double-digit wins just about to start the season. Then they got the Commanders on Monday Night Football. That'll be fun seeing Jaden Daniels and the Commanders travel to Arrowhead. I think they go 8-0. Buffalo usually beats them in the regular season, so I think they will be 8-1. Remember, they always come in undefeated in the regular season against Buffalo, but they always whoop their ass in the playoffs, so it doesn't matter. Chiefs fans will take an 8-1 start, heading into a Week 10 bye, a nice late bye. Then you go to Denver. I think Denver gets them. Denver's going to be very good, I think, defensively. I think Denver gives them problems a little bit. I say 8-2. Then they play the Colts. I told you I'm picking pretty much anybody that plays the Colts. I'm gonna say 9-2. Then they go to Dallas on Thanksgiving. I'm gonna say they lose that. I'm gonna say 9-3. I say it's a shootout and they lose. 9-3. Then they got Houston. I'm gonna say 11-3. Yeah, 11-3. Then Chargers again, I'm gonna say 12-3. Then at Tennessee, I'm gonna say 13-3. Then Denver again, I'm gonna say 14-3. No, is that 13? Hold on, because I got a what 7-1 start? No, 8-1 start. 8-1 start. Then losing to Denver 8-2. Then beating Indy 9-2. Losing to Dallas 9-3. Beating Houston and the Chargers would get them 11-3. Beating Tennessee would be 12-3. 13-3 if they beat Denver, and then 14-3 if they beat Las Vegas, but 13-4. I'm feeling like 13-4 is going to be their record. Another number one seed, another home field advantage, and another minimum of an AFC championship game in Kansas City. Is that going to be Buffalo? Is it going to be the Baltimore Ravens? Is it going to be the Cincinnati Bengals? Is it going to be some team I'm not naming? I don't know. But I don't see more than 4 losses on the schedule. I see a nice 8-1 start, 7-2 minimum. And then I think after the bye, maybe 2 losses max. Like I said, they could lose one of these stinker games. The Vegas game, the Tennessee game on the road, the Dallas game, Houston or the Chargers could give them a little trouble because we have seen the Chargers and the Texans play the Chiefs tough. Remember, the Chiefs have had to come back from behind multiple times to beat the Texans too. What a good playoff game that was last year. But I think the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm gonna say 13-4. I'm gonna say 13-4. I think 13-4 is viable. I think offensively they'll be more explosive. They'll be able to run the ball like they want to with Kareem Hunt as well with Pacheco healthy. Defensively, I think they have enough up front. Like I said, the secondary, that is where if teams can get time and protect themselves, but that's the thing. If they're playing from behind, they can pin their ears back and Steve Spagnuolo can do what they do best. But I'm gonna say 13-4. I don't see them losing more than 4 games. I don't. Especially if they're predominantly healthy, which I think they did battle some injuries last year. I can see them winning 13 games minimum. Maybe they win 14. Maybe they go 14-3. I say 13-4. And I think they're the number one seed in the AFC right now as presently constructed. And the road to the AFC Championship game goes back through Kansas City. I'll see you with more here on the Flex Zone podcast, right here on the only place giving you your NFL schedule, win loss predictions, how you want it, when you need it. Chiefs number one seed, headed back to the AFC Championship game minimum. The Kansas City Chiefs Invitational at Arrowhead. We'll see what happens and if any AFC team can have more wins. Right now, they're the leader in the clubhouse.